My top boss, welcome to Top Heights Institution. Today at Top Heights School, we want to demonstrate how to replace two-way switch. And of course, this is a one gang. My top boss taking an example of this demo that I have here. We have these two switches. Both are two-way switches. I can simply switch this light at this point and switch it off here. I can do the same at this point, switch it on and switch it off. I can switch it on here and switch it off at this point. My top boss, this video is only for demonstration purposes and general knowledge. Now, to explain this, my top boss, we have this cable that is coming in as the mains. Now, this switch, the common, will be connected directly to the source or the incoming. And of course, the neutral will be fed directly to the source of light. Now, another important thing is that from the light point, the other switch, which has a common, will be connected to it. The two switches will be interconnected together through what is referred to as strappers, or our good friends call it from Nigeria as travelers. Now, the two wires are here. L1 and L2 of these switches are interconnected by these strappers, or what we can say is that L1 of one switch, or L1 of switch A, is connected to L1 of switch B by one cable or one wire or one conductor. My top boss, that is a strapper. And then the L2 of switch B and L2 of switch A are interconnected by another wire, making those two strappers. So that is how simple this switch is. Now, that is how you connect it, and you can simply switch it off at this point, my top boss. So that is exactly what we have here. Now, to replace, we will make sure that we are very keen of these strappers. Top boss, for us to replace these switches, it is important for us to first of all turn off the circuit breaker. This is for safety reasons. So the power is off.
Yeah.
So that means you are safe to proceed, isn't it, Margaret?
Yes.
Now, my top boss, we are marking these two wires right here so that we may not confuse them. These two wires are referred to as what, Margaret?
Strappers.
Correct. So they are strappers. We have to make sure that we mark them. So at the point where we disconnect the switch, we don't forget them. We're marking with a blue tape so that we can be able to know them correctly. So that is the first one. Then the second one. Indeed, it was important for us to replace because the switch appears to be damaged inside. Therefore, it is important for us to ensure that the wiring is perfect. Because the moment that we open these two switches, we have to be very sure. In many cases, you'll find that you have three cables that are meeting at these switches. And if you are not keen, and if you don't mark the strappers at the point where you disconnect the switches, when you replace with new switches, you'll have a lot of trouble identifying the strappers because you'll have to use the digital multimeter to determine the continuity. So that is the common. Could be going to the bulb, could be going to the incoming from the consumer or the main, and those are the strappers well marked, so we don't have an issue. And then Margaret will help us in fixing that one. Right. The two strappers, if that is your choice to start with, it makes things to be very simple. You can either connect to L1 or L2 and then simply tighten. So top bosses, these switches appear the same from the front, but they are completely different. From the back, we have a one-way switch. Look at that. The most important thing that you need to know is that there is a common and then there is an L right here. The other one is not connected. So that is a one-way. Thank you so much, Margaret. Going to the second one, we have a two-way switch. At the back, my top boss, we have the L common or we have the common. Now, my top boss for this one, it is a two-way switch. We have the L1 and we have the L2. Very important, we also have the common at that point. And finally, the third switch, very, very important again, but we'll not be using, is this one. In the comment section, top bosses, let me know what type of a switch is this one. Let me know if you know it, because when you turn it on this part, it also resembles the other two. But when you turn it and look at the back, top boss, it is completely different. We will not be using it. Remember, it has L1, L2 at the top, L1, L2 at the bottom. Top boss, in the comment section, answer. So my top boss for this type of switch, the moment we have marked that, then we are safe, because those are the only two that can actually give us a challenge. Because for the switch that we will be connecting, for that case, which is a two-way switch, we definitely have it straightforward. This is what we have. So we have the L1, the L2 where we'll connect the strappers, and the remaining wire will be connected to the common. This is different from this switch that we have here, where we have the common and we only have the connection for that only. This other part is not connected any wire. So now my top boss, we have replaced that switch right there. We have the strappers and we also have the common going to the consumer unit. When you turn around this switch, my top boss, definitely have the common reserved for this single wire. We also have the two connections reserved for those two wires right there, my top boss. So let us go ahead and wire it.
So our top boss Margaret ensured that everything is intact, wired back and working properly. Since we were replacing both the switches, this one had to go as well and wire a new one. That is exactly what Margaret did.
Now, my top boss, we have already replaced the switches. As you can see, they are not looking that decent. Now we have replaced with new ones, better ones. Now it is time for us to test. But first, we need to actually switch on at the consumer because we had switched it off.
Yes.
It is important for you to ensure that you always switch off at the consumer unit so that when working on the circuits, you are very safe. In case of any accidents, you are still safe from any electrical shock. So, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it. Switch on from there, switch off, and then go to the other position. So my top boss, this is what we've removed. It's not looking that pleasant, and this is what we are having, right? Very, very new switch. Replace it, Margaret. So in brief, what should we expect, top boss Margaret, for this switch? Yeah, Papa John's is full of surprises.